I would like to show off a new plugin I've made in addition to this rig. I was watching this guy's videos, this Learn Lightwave 3D guy, and he's got these great videos kind of taking you step by step through how L-script plugins work and how you make them, and it seemed really easy, and so I gave it a shot, and I went nuts. I've made tons of plugins now, but this is definitely the pick of the litter. So what it is it's an ikfk manager. Now this rig is a pretty basic ikfk setup. I've got bones that are the FK controllers, and then I've got nulls that are the IK controllers, and there's a switch that moves between them. My IK is set up with what do you call that? Pole vector, pole and target setups instead of rotationals. I prefer it this way with IK because that way you never have to worry about gimbal lock. Everything just works. So you have more controllers to work with, which kind of makes it messy, but I find it more stable. And as far as the messiness goes, my little plugin helps with that enormously. So that's the basics. That's the basics of this rig, and it's got all the good stuff, right? Legs, head, all the usual stuff that you have in my KFK rig, including ikfk fingers, which is a bit much usually, but again, my plugin helps make it all manageable. So here's how it works. You just start it, and immediately you see a bunch of stuff disappears. For one, the switches themselves disappear. You no longer see them, and on some chains you only see IK goals. On other ones you can only see FK bones. And as you can probably guess, if you can see FK, it's in FK mode. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that because that should have been done in here. So, and this, works just like normal, nice and clean. But the nice thing is now I can just click this, and I'm in IK mode. Notice that the pose is exactly the same. Nothing changed, just the control mechanisms. And because everything else is cleared, you can do this kind of like stuff that is not really very advisable in a normal rig, such as the Genoma rig with ikfk setups. So you can just sort of drag select whole bunches of controllers and move them around. You don't have to worry about accidentally selecting something that is concealed by a dissolve or something, which, as far as I know, is the only other real way to hide and show FK or IK and FK controllers in Lightwave is to use the dissolve function on the nulls. The problem with dissolve is it makes them invisible, but you can still select them, which makes drag selecting completely a non-starter. So there's this, and the nice thing about this is, yes, I can switch between individual chains, IK, FK, but I can also grab whole bunches of crap and switch en masse. So there I've grabbed the entire hand, switched to IK on the hand. So now I've got nice IK bones. And you see I've actually also got in my hand the actual target for the hand. So that's why the hand's going up and down. If I deselect that, it'll just be the fingers. So see, isn't that nice? And these have a little curve set up. Whatever. It's not really what this is about. Yeah. And I can switch back. I can switch willy-nilly. I can switch as much as I want. I can take this entire arm and make it all IK. If I don't like that, I can take it all, make it FK again. Works for every single chain in the setup. And if I take it away, I haven't added anything. Nothing's changed. It's still the same rig, same FK switches. It just manages the keyframing of the FK switch and pose matching. It's really simple and really clean. The other thing is, while it's active, let's go to frame 20, let's say. Let's make a new pose. Bring him down here. Do this. Get the hand down here too. Let's ikfkmasterdemo this. Bring these down here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn IK off on the fingers because that's just a mess to deal with right here. When I'm doing full arm posing, you don't want to deal with IK fingers. You just turn them off. Simple as that. I'm going to make a quick, simple pose. Nice, ugly pose. Make him look that away. Put it off on his toe. Move the foot back. Whatever. And yeah. So now you see, as we pose, oh, there's a problem. It's a simple problem to fix. I forgot the key. So let's just go to linear instead, and ikfk switch this. So now what I've done is it's a linear dissolve between the two poses instead of stepped. That's what these buttons do. I had set it on step, so it just immediately took this switch, went from 0 to 1 in no time. Now it fades nicely. So that's why there's no, I get rid of that popping that way. Sometimes you can use steps, sometimes if you want, you just have to be more careful. Yeah. It's really simple and really easy to use and stable too. I've never had any real problems with it. And if it does somehow freak out, you might suddenly be working with it and you'll get some kind of message saying it can't find something or there's something wrong in the line. Invariably, all you have to do is turn it off and turn it back on, because nothing is persistent. If this thing is on, it's a master plugin. So you'll see it there. But as long as you click it away, it's gone. And it doesn't leave anything in the scene. Nothing is there that wasn't already there beforehand. There's no hidden data. Everything that's in there is something that was included in the rig or that you put in there, specifically keyed. There's no magic. It's just, just manages what you've already got there. The other thing about this is it is relatively rig agnostic. Like I made this rig. You notice as I scrub, by the way, watch this. You see the FK arm bones disappear as soon as it starts to switch to IK, and then the IK things appear when it's at full IK. It's pretty nice. Yeah. Something wacky going on with the leg there, but I can tell you what that is. That's just something wrong with the, I took the pole vector. Yeah, so now that's better. Yeah, that's that. But as I said, it's rig agnostic. So what I've gone ahead and done is tested applying it to a Genoma rig. I don't know what that crap is. So here is my ikfk switcher set up on a Genoma rig. Get rid of some of my other plugins that are scattering all over the place. So, and it is the same sort of setup. Now the Genoma rig works a little differently. In fact, it has a completely different kind of solution for how it manages IK and FK, which is, in my opinion, way more complicated than it needs to be, at least for the kind of setup that this works well with. But it still works. It doesn't matter. I had to add a couple of nulls to make the pose switching work, and I had to do some other stuff to make it work, but add tags to it. But again, it wasn't a big deal. It didn't break the rig or anything like that. I haven't changed the hierarchy of the rig or anything. I just added some stuff. So now, yeah, this works just the same way. You've got your FK, your IK, and you see that Genoma uses rotation on all of the goals. So you've got your FK naturally uses rotation, but they also use rotation on the on the goals themselves. And in order to solve issues with gimbal lock, they've got a secondary sort of local controller that you can use to manage that. But that's fine. That works with this as well. It doesn't really matter. I can't really imagine any sort of IKFK setup that this wouldn't be able to be applied to. Yeah, that's that. That's my plugin. It's this little guy right here, ikfkmaster. So I'll share the plugin. It's actually two plugins, the plugin and that test rig. You just sort of gauge some interest, and then maybe I'll start sharing some of the tools that I've developed to help build these rigs and other stuff and manage tags and whatnot. So that's that. IKFK Master plugin. I hope you enjoy it.